I had, abusive father, I had a learning disability, had a severe stutter. I suffered from toxic stress. I had a whole bunch of white blotches all over my skin as a young kid. On top of the stuttering, on top of the, hair falling out of my head as a young kid. So I tried to hide in class, being, not only the only black kid in my class, but being, to me, I wasn't the smartest kid in class. I was the dumbest kid in my mind. So I was already insecure from my dad beating me in Buffalo. We moved to a small town from Indiana, and my mom was working 3 jobs at the time. We lived in a government subsidized apartment that cost her $7 a month. So she was grinding, trying to make ends meet, right? Single mother.
When things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other. And it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path.
I was already at rock bottom my whole life. So when you know how rock bottom feels, you don't mind sleeping in the sewer. So at that point, once I realized that I already experienced the bottom, I no longer had fear of failure. But this took a long time. It's one like I woke up, oh, eureka, I got it. And I started realizing that the mind is the most powerful weapon that we have. Once I was able to quiet my mind and realize that I was really not cursed, but blessed to have so many tools that I never saw as tools. While growing up, so much hardship. Only thing that can happen for me now is this victory. I chose these hard things to do because I wanted to learn how to callous my mind. Like the pull-up record, I did 4,030 pull-ups. But in preparation for that pull-up record, I did 67,000 pull-ups in 9 months. And what happens is your hands become callous. Calloused hands protect you from hurting yourself on the pull-up bar. Right? So I realized, you know what? I can learn to callous in my brain. And I have a chapter in my book called Armored Mind. And Armored Mind it speaks of how we have to do things that suck every day, because that's how you start to strengthen your mind.
And that starts with one of the fundamental laws of combat leadership: prioritize and execute. What's the biggest problem? What's causing the most stress? Family? Okay. Sit them down. Explain where you are at. Be blunt, be upfront, and then give them the simple plan of how you're going to get things back on track. Don't sugarcoat it. Then you got your job, right? You're falling behind at work. Okay, talk to your boss. Face it. Tell him that you're going to step up your game. Tell him you're going to be at work early, you're going to be at work late, you're going to be at work during lunch, you're going to be wherever you need to be whenever he needs you to be there.
My life, I blamed everybody. And a lot of people had a lot to do with my failures, but it's now mine to own. I had to start owning this myself because, my father wasn't coming back. The people that called me names weren't coming back. Nothing was coming back to save me. So I realized I had to save myself. And that's when I invented accountability mirror, where I started putting down, I'm not smart. And I put a sticky note on the accountability mirror. I'm this, I'm that. My mirror was full of sticky notes. And every day I went through and I tried to solve these problems. And the biggest problem it was trying to fit in. I was trying to fit in. I was blaming other people. I wasn't taking accountability for my own actions. I was doing all these things wrong. And as a 17-year-old trying to teach yourself this, it was difficult.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in, line up those problems and confront them, face them, fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
Made me realize that if you can shut all the noise out in your head and just all the crap that people are giving you, and you can focus on the task at hand and what you want to do, you honestly can do anything.
So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me better.